All right, good afternoon, class. This is your professor, Dr. Jace, and we are going to try to clear up some of these concerns that we have for this LibGuide assignment. I want to apologize in advance for all the confusion. Seems like there's quite a bit. And we are going to get through this. I am going to extend the due date, and we are going to talk about a few things right now and get ourselves situated so that we can complete this assignment. This will be good practice for you all. Trust me, it will be good for you to be able to tell employers that you have created a LibGuide. Please don't freak out. Again, we're going to get through this. And I have had technical difficulties of my own, so I do want that to be clear. This whole box situation, I am not able to get into the box mass storage system that is mentioned in the assignment prompt. In fact, let me go up there and just kind of show you. So, yeah, this thing that you see here, box.com, a lot of the directions and support that CISLT produces is stored in this box.com mass storage unit, and it will always reject my credentials. So that is causing me quite a few problems as far as trying to get this assignment set up. It has not been fun for me. I know you guys have been emailing me and commenting and things, not satisfied with what's going on. Trust me, I'm no happier than you are. And we will make it through, and this is just what we have to do. I apologize for due dates being extended again, although I hope you can recognize that an extension of a due date does not harm you. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and try to get you introduced to some things. Let me hit pause and we are going to go. Okay, so first I have gotten some feedback from people who do not know the difference between an annotated bibliography and a LibGuide. So we're going to go ahead and handle that first. An annotated bibliography is a bibliography, for one thing. So if we do, and I'm going to go to the Purdue OWL examples, annotated bibliography, let's see, annotated bibliography, Purdue OWL. Let's go into that. So annotated bibliography examples. And what you'll see here, you've got annotated bibliography examples, and what you have is a citation. And from there, you have a description of the source under the citation. So you've got your citation here, then you've got some descriptive information and annotation that is describing the actual source that you're looking at. And when you put a bunch of these together, this is one entry within an annotated bibliography. But when you put a bunch of these together, then you get a full annotated bibliography, okay? So that is what an annotated bibliography is. It's a bunch of these. It's a bunch of citations with annotations that describe the source that is being cited or listed in the work cited, okay? So that's an annotated bibliography, and let's clearly define what a LibGuide is and make this a little different, or a Pathfinder. So if you go into your, now that you all have your logins, by the way, if you do not have your login information, please contact me. I made the logins. I was able to get that information from my supervisor as far as how to make the logins and how to get into LibApps myself. This here is LibApps, as you can see, LibApps right there. I was having trouble getting into LibApps, and then I found out that there was no account made for me in LibApps. So now one is made for me, and I have administrative privileges, and I can move on. So when we talk about what an annotated bibliography is, I just showed you that. Now we're going to show you what a LibGuide is and how it is different. So I'm actually going to go to, I've been given access, thankfully, by one of my colleagues, Karen Robinson. Please thank her because she is helping make this a lot easier for you all. So you'll see this spring 2018 reference class here, public, and there's a guide count here, view associated guides. We're going to go in and we're going to look at one of these. So let's go with, I love feminism. I consider myself a feminist. So let's do the Feminism Rocks LibGuide. So there are some differences in what you're seeing here and what you saw in the annotated bibliography. This is a LibGuide. So what you got when you see this LibGuide here, you would see, and let's see if we can actually copy and paste this into a browser. If we can, that will make things easier. Let's get this here. Got it. Okay, so this is how the public-facing LibGuide looks. And as you can see, this is not an annotated bibliography. This is sources broken down by different types. So this was our student who created it last semester for Karen. And what you have is the student populated sources and divided them into different source types. And all of these are directly related to Feminism Rocks, a teen's LibGuide on all things music, women, and feminism. So when you scroll down, you have these things in different categories, directories, and geographic, biographic, and government information. And she listed some sources there. Places that you can link to in order to get some information, and even sources that are actual materials like you might see in an annotated bibliography, such as Girls Like Us here. This is an actual book. But instead of making a list of works cited and then putting annotations after the works cited, what she does is she just lists this book within the directories and geographic, biographic, and government information. And if somebody clicked on that, they would be taken to another screen that will show them a WorldCat record. If you all do not know what WorldCat is, it's run by OCLC, and it's something that helps you identify where books are held throughout the world. So there are, according to, no, this isn't completely accurate. It usually isn't. But according to WorldCat, this particular book is held by about 2,000 institutions. And they will rank them in order of how far the institutions are away from you. So my office is actually, for those of you who don't know, it's on the campus of UMKC, not on the campus of Mizzou. And we hold this item at UMKC and at other places in the Metro KC area. And so WorldCat is telling me where this resource may be found. So you can also see in encyclopedias and in dictionaries that we have listings for other sources, Oxford Music Online, the Grove Dictionary of American Music, so forth and so on, all these different items that you have in different classifications. And what you want to do is you just want to, again, you have however many sources that you need to have included. And what you want to do, all right, so if you use more than 15 sources, I am hoping that you all will be in the 15 source area. You can do more if you want, but I want at least 15. And what you can do is you can take your 15 sources, and unlike in an annotated bibliography where you are actually listing all of these sources in a works cited type of order, in alphabetical order, what you're doing is making categorical sections in a LibGuide, and you are putting all of your sources in one of your sections. So they can be, if you have a source that's a fiction novel, then you would put it in a fiction novel section that you create in your LibGuide. If you have something that is an encyclopedia or dictionary as one of your sources, then you would list that in an encyclopedias and dictionaries category that you've created. And you can get creative on your categories, but make sure that there is a logical fit. And believe me, if you are a librarian one day, and you all are going to be, then you're going to have to figure out how to logically categorize these things to build libguides, which are a modern day form of a pathfinder. So you got that. That's what your libguide looks like. Okay, and hopefully when you guys get into the, hopefully when you guys get into the interface, you are actually going to have an option for 7314 fall 2018 Austin, and that's where I want your libguides to go. So I am going to try to get to a home page here. So I am in the libguides homepage, and this is what the homepage for you all should look like as well. And again, if you have not received login credentials by way of an email, please let me know and we'll work on that. Now, your assignment is to create a guide. So I am going to create a crude guide right now, just so you all can just kind of see what's going on. So when I am at this libguides homepage, what I can go to is libguides shortcuts right here, and I can go to create a guide. And you will be taken to this page right here, and one of your options is create new guide. Now I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start fresh. That's what I will ask for you all to do as well. Let's see, what do I want to name my guide? Well, the Carolina Panthers, my favorite team, they got absolutely smacked last night. Let's make a Carolina Panthers guide. Why not? While I'm drowning in my misery. And we can call the guide Carolina Panthers. And we can call the guide description a guide about the Carolina Panthers. A guide type. Again, I guess you're gonna just need to be creative here. I doubt that this is really going to get too deep into, I don't think this is really gonna alter what you all need to do assignment wise. I'm gonna make it a general purpose guide. Group assignment. Again, you should have this option for 7314 fall 2018 Austin. That's where I'd like you all to put it. All right, let's see what else we've got. Password. Do I want a password? Do I have to make a password? Let's see. Is it gonna just let me create it? Okay. So I'm here and I have a sample URL, and one thing that I can do is, okay, maybe I can't do that, so I apologize. But what you're going to want to do is from here you start designing. So let's say, see what I can get here. Maybe I can silent. Let's try this again. Okay. Football is a tag. There was a problem adding the tag. Please close and pop up again. Trust me, guys, this is more fun than it's gonna be looking like right now. Let's try this again. All right. And let's say, yeah, you're gonna give me that. Okay. So now I've got two tags up here, and then I can do a subject. Let's see. If you can't do something, just don't worry about it. Whatever. So I don't have subjects, but I do have tags. And then what you can do, you can start clicking on your boxes and creating boxes. So let's say that I have a box name, and let's call it former players, right? And this is going to be we'll make it a standard box. Again, with the heart of this assignment, you're probably going to want to play around with different features here and just get a feel for the different things you can do in libguides. But I'm going to do a standard box. It's going to be at the top of this column. I'm not going to do those things right there, but I can create a box And so now I can start adding things. So let's say that the first thing I wanted to add for former players was a link. So, and let's say that the person that I want to write about, or that I want to have an entry about, is Sam Mills. One of the better players to ever play for the Carolina Panthers. So, and there was a Sam Mills biography that aired on NFL Network. Instead of finding that biography at the time being, because I'm just running through and showing you guys an example, I'm actually just going to use this as my source. So let me get back to where I was. Okay, link URL. And let's say Sam Mills biography announcement. Okay. And you can open in a new window if you want. You don't really have to. I'll put something where I am just because I think it's a little cleaner. A description. So this is a newspaper article announcing that there will be a Sam Mills biography. More info, don't necessarily need it. I'm just going to click save. Now that is in there. So let's see what else I want, and I am going to pause this for a second. All right, I'm back. So now I'm in UMKC's library catalog, and let's see what I get here. Carolina Panthers. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And it looks like we've got an ebook of some form. We've also got, even though this is a current player, again, I'm just trying to get through this. So Luke still plays. So technically it would be inappropriate to put him as a former player. But I'm just trying to, again, show you guys how some things work. Luke Kuechly. So there is a book about Luke Kuechly, and this is juvenile literature. Now let's see what we need to do to add that to our LibGuide. So what we do when we are trying to add this to our LibGuide is, of course this window just moves on me. Move back, move back. All right. So we've got this guy here. We're going back to our LibGuides interface, and then we are going to do the add reorder, and we are going to do book from the catalog because we have a book from the catalog. Now, the neat thing about this interface is that much of the time it is going to be able to get the book info for you automatically populated as long as you can provide an ISBN number. And most of the time, your ISBN number is going to be in the record for the in the library record. So this is our record page. We have an ISBN right there. Let's copy and paste that and see what happens. ISBN, get book info. Boom. Look at all that beautiful info we've got. We have the title, we have the author, a publication date, we have cover art, we have a description even of the source. We do have to grab that call number and that URL, and that's not a problem. We go back to our record. We've got a call number here. Let's go ahead and grab it. Call number here. Boom. GB 939 K84D64 2017, and it is in. We also need our URL, and that will also be in the record. You should be able to find a permanent link. Let's copy that link. Let's put it in there. Dropped in the URL slot. Hit save. And now I have two things in my box here for former players, which I probably just at this point need to change to players, past and present maybe. But you would do this so that you keep your boxes on a theme. So we've got players past and present, we've got Sam Mills, we've got Luke Kuechly, and that is pretty much how it works. And then You know, I would like it if you have a picture up here and that sort of thing. So do all those sorts of things. And once you are done with the LibGuide, you are going to change status and share, and we can change this to published, saved. We'll leave it at community, close. And now it should be in my group, I hope. So, let's see, groups. And only I can see this because you all don't have admin privileges, so, don't worry too much about what I'm showing you now, but I want you to see what I'm going to see. And your stuff should end up in the same place. So I've got this 7314 fall 2018 Austin guide count number 1. That should be the one that I just created. It is Carolina Panthers. Click it, and boom, I have my guide. Plus, if I do this, copy this URL, and put it in a different window, now I can see the public look for the guide. That's how it should look. And this is the bare bones of what I'm asking you to create. But again, I am hoping that when you are done, you have something that looks a little better than what I just created on the fly there. And this guy right here is a really good one. So please take some time, be creative, enjoy this, because creating LibGuides is fun. And if you have some problems, contact me. I am going to now just make sure that there are some, I need to see what other questions I've been asked about this, and I'm going to try to answer those questions now. Let me pause and see what those questions are. Be right back. Okay, so some other questions that came up. One of those questions is, and if you emailed me, I'm not going to say who emailed me, but I'm going through the discussion board first. So we got a question from Sue as far as, I've explained the difference between the annotated bibliography and the LibGuide. And so hopefully you all understand that at this point. And by the way, Sue, you were not the only one that asked me that question. I got that question through some emails as well. So don't feel bad or feel singled out. You're not being singled out. You're doing absolutely fine in this class. Okay, also, are we allowed to use a PowerPoint presentation as part of our video submission, or does it have to be straight video? You know what? If you are more comfortable with a PowerPoint presentation, then I'm going to allow it. That's fine, because you are kind of a little low on time. So yeah, if you want to do a PowerPoint presentation, the answer is yes. All right. Megan, yes, you will get the login info. I was actually, again, locked out of box, and that was the reason I was not able to create logins. I have had to have other colleagues of mine at CISL provide me with the forms that are in box in order to get things up and running. I apologize for that. Okay, what do we have from Holly? I'm also confused. The assignment says to start working on this at the beginning of the semester. Is this project in video doable in 2 weeks, since we don't have our passwords yet? I will be extending the deadline, and again, I apologize. Remember, extended deadlines do not harm you. You have your login information at this point. It has been emailed to you. Also, could we get an example video that explains the LibGuide so that we know how to structure our video? Yes, that is hopefully what this video has done. If it has not, then please let me know. If we are being truthful, from Courtney, if we are being truthful, I am a little confused too. I started work on the assignment last week and have found some sources to add to my LibGuide to prepare. Unfortunately, I don't know the difference between, okay. So hopefully that has been explained satisfactorily, the difference between the annotated bibliography and the LibGuide. Also, I'm concerned about the video portion of the assignment, I'm assuming. I would like to hear more about the differences as well as a little information about the video. If you all want to do a PowerPoint presentation and submit that, that is fine. So if you are, I actually use Screencast-O-Matic to record these. It's very easy to use. And there is a free version of it that you can download that you can record up to 15 minutes worth of video. I have the paid version of it, which is $15 per year, which isn't much at all. That's like $1.10 per month or something like that. But anyway, if you want to go ahead and just do a PowerPoint presentation, by all means, please do so. I'm going to pause this. I think there were some other things that showed up in my inbox. Let me answer those. But I will not reveal who actually emailed me. Hold on. One of the questions that came in my email inbox was whether or not it is okay to have a subject matter that is a little newer. I'm going to be actually pretty loose on the overarching subject matter. I want you all to have fun with this. So yeah, if you have something that you can't get a lot of historical figures on or historical sources on, like something like fake news or something like that, that's fine. Have fun with the assignment, please. So if a topic like that's more recent will help you have more fun with the assignment, by all means, please do that. Without revealing who this question came from, I am going to share this question because it's probably a question that's on some other minds as well. So, as I am reading over the LibGuide assignment, I have a couple questions. Are we identifying appropriate reference sources that are available specifically at our chosen library type? You know what? I'm not going to be a stickler on that. It probably would be if you have a particular library that you are pretending that you work at as you're doing this assignment. It may be good to just use sources that you can pull up in that library catalog, and therefore you get your catalog's URL to. But I'm not going to be too picky on that. For example, if I choose energy in a public library, would I be limited to choosing from resources that are available to me at my local public library? No. Regarding the encyclopedia and dictionary type resources, we are selecting an encyclopedia that specializes in energy topics, not pointing to an encyclopedia entry on energy, correct? Actually, you can do both, and that way you can get two sources for the price of one. So yeah, give me an encyclopedia that specializes in energy topics and give me a general encyclopedia entry that focuses on energy. Why not? I have seen some LibGuides that have a box of suggested terms. Would that be appropriate to add to my guide? If you want to, you may. I think it's a good idea. Okay, the new due date on this assignment is now December 2nd. You see it here, December 2nd. Again, I apologize that I have to extend the due date, but please remember that an extension of a due date does not harm you. So you now have adequate time to work on this assignment. And just so you know, because I know that's going to be right at the end of the semester, as far as assignments go, you only have one more assignment after this, and I am going to make some, I'm probably going to make some modifications to the final source exam. Please don't worry about that right now. Focus on what's in front of you, which is the LibGuide assignment. You will have plenty of time on that final source exam thing once I make a few more modifications to it due to some things that I've seen asked of me in this course. I'm going to make some modifications to it. And let's see, was there anything else that I was trying to... Now you've got a rubric here. You got a rubric down there. Got directions. And hopefully this has clarified a few things. Please let me know if it hasn't. I'm always available by email. All right. I think I can go ahead and leave it there for now. If there are additional questions, again, please email me.